Hi, Jasmine. Thank you for all the presents for baby Josie. It just arrived.
Marianne, I told you, call me Mom. We're family now. I'm glad to hear they got there in good time. How is Mother and Baby doing? I love the smell of a newborn's fuzzy head.
Oh, yes. She's so sweet and milky. We are both absolutely fine. Although I feel exhausted. It was a long labor. These little baby grows you sent are so cute. I love the patterned ones especially. I think they'll really suit her. And it was really generous of you to buy the car seat. You shouldn't have done that. It must have been so expensive. You really don't need to worry about buying so much for us.
Oh, think nothing of it, Marianne. It's my pleasure. You know how much I like to go shopping. And now that little darling has arrived, I am so excited to spend my money on her. I've never had the opportunity to buy clothes for a baby girl before. We've only had boys born in the family up until now. It's a whole different ballgame buying for a girl. The clothes are so cute. Actually, I would have liked to come and help you out with the housework, too. I know how hard it is being a new mom. It can get quite overwhelming.
It's fine, really. There's no need. My mom is coming around to help out later, and David has gone to Costco to pick up some things. Between them, they're looking after me really well. I feel rather spoiled, to be honest.
That's good news. At least you are not doing it all alone. Say hello to your mom when she comes. And tell David to make sure he is the one making dinner tonight and not you. I know my son can be lazy sometimes.
He's doing his best. He loves to hold her and cuddle her. When he's around, I don't get a look in. He's enjoying being a daddy.
That's good to hear. Now is the best time, so savor it. Both of you. She'll soon grow up.
Oh, we will enjoy every moment. I've promised myself that.
Good. I'm just so pleased that the baby was born without a hitch.
Yes. It's such a relief to be finally over. I was so nervous, but the midwife was very calm and professional. At one point, we thought there would be complications. The labor was going on so long and the contractions weren't regular. The midwife said I'd have to go to the theater and have a cesarean. I'm so thankful it didn't come to that. I think baby Josie heard the midwife and decided her time had come to give one last push.
Childbirth can be a very risky process, fraught with danger at every turn. We were all sat here thinking about you and praying.
Yes, you hear so many stories, don't you? Anyway, your prayers might have been listened to.
Anyway, I am so glad to hear that the baby was fine. But I am also relieved to hear you are safe and sound, too.
I'm so glad to hear that. It means so much to me. To all of us. I feel so blessed to have such a lovely, caring mother-in-law like you.
Thank you, but I don't really do anything. I am the one blessed with such a wonderful family. I want to do all I can for you.
You do so much for us. You are always thinking about us. You are so generous and considerate.
Aw, I'm blushing.
So many of my friends don't get along with their in-laws. I'm always hearing their horror stories about how they don't get along. I read stories in magazines about how such relationships are fraught with conflict. One of my friends has been pressured to move in and care for her mother-in-law because her father-in-law died, and it is putting such a terrible strain on her marriage.
I would imagine it does. You won't have to put up with me like that, don't worry. I'd never force you to do anything you didn't want to.
I wouldn't mind caring for you if push comes to shove.
I said the same thing once a long time ago and lived to regret it.
What happened?
I had a dreadful experience with my in-laws when I first got married. My mother-in-law was mean to me. She thought my husband had married below him, and she let it be known to me at every opportunity. I couldn't do a thing right. I turned into a nervous wreck, and then one day I was in such a state I broke her favorite crystal vase when I was vacuuming the hallway. My mother-in-law yelled at me that I did it on purpose and shoved me out of the door. I slipped on the step and broke my hip.
Oh my, that must have been awful.
When my husband came home, there was an uproar. In the end, we moved out and we weren't on speaking terms for many years. I didn't want history to repeat itself and the same thing to happen between us.
What a dreadful experience. Are you still not on speaking terms?
A lot of water has gone under the bridge since then, but it has never been the same. That's why I want to cherish our relationship.
It's really important to me, too. I was really nervous at first, having heard all the stories about relationships with in-laws. But once I met you and got to know you, I realized I had nothing to worry about. You have always been so kind and understanding. I'm so glad I have you as my mother-in-law.
I am delighted to have you say that. I'm so glad that I have been blessed with such a wonderful daughter-in-law.
Let's stay on good terms.
Yes, let's. Always. You're going to be tied up with the new baby for a while. Give me a call when things begin to settle down. I'd love to come over and meet little Josie at some point.
Yes, of course. By all means. Please come anytime. I don't want you to worry about disturbing us. We'll all be so pleased to see you. Especially Josie. She can't wait to meet her grandma. In the meantime, I'll send you some photos.
Thank you. I love that.
I'll make sure she's wearing the clothes Grandma bought for her.
Aw, but in your own time. You just look after yourself and get back on your feet as soon as you can. Take it easy and rest.
I will. Anyway, Josie is sleeping now and David is out, so I think I'll take a nap.
You do that.
Talk later.
Sleep well. Hey, Marianne. How are you doing? How's baby Josie? Have things settled down now?
We're fine.
Sorry, is it a bad time to chat?
No, it's not a bad time at all. I'm just feeling a little tired.
I'm sorry. I won't bother you now. Perhaps you should rest. How is little Josie? She must be getting bigger now.
She's in fine fettle. She's asking to be fed every 2 hours on the dot. And she's drinking a lot of milk. I'm feeling drained. David's helping out a lot around the house with all the chores. He's out shopping right now. He's planning on making our dinner this evening. We're having pot roast.
That's good to hear. He's really looking after you then. There's nothing you need help with.
Not at the moment, thank you. My mom is coming later, so she can take over with Josie while I rest.
She's no trouble, is she?
She is no trouble at all. She is so sweet, so cute. Her little blue eyes make my heart melt to look at her. She has her daddy's long eyelashes.
If it's all right with you, I'd love to come over and meet her. Which day would be best for me to come?
It's not a good time right now. I still have my hands full caring for Josie. I won't be able to welcome you properly.
Oh, you don't have to worry about entertaining me. I'll just be happy to see little Josie. I haven't even had a chance to meet her yet.
Yes, I know. But I think you understand as a mother yourself who has raised children how hard it is dealing with a newborn baby.
Yes, I can understand that. Even more so since it's your first baby.
It's not you. I don't want to see anyone else at the moment. I am so busy with Josie and looking after the house.
You're right. I'm sorry to bother you. I know I can be a persistent old bag.
You aren't a bother at all. And you are definitely not an old bag. I don't really want to bother you too much to come all this way.
I'm absolutely fine. I know my limits. I don't see it as a bother at all.
In any case, can you leave it a while longer, please? Just give us a little more time. I'm a little too tired.
You're right. I am sorry. I'll text you again soon.
Oh, don't worry. I'll contact you as soon as things have settled down. Bye for now.
Hey, Marianne. Thank you for the lovely photos. Oh, she is so cute. Those beautiful blue eyes and her long eyelashes. I'd love to have joined you at the park. I wish you'd have called me and invited me along. I still haven't met her.
So, David sent you the photos after all? I knew he would.
I'm sorry. Is there a reason he shouldn't have sent them?
No, not particularly. My parents came to visit and he said he thought he should send them to you too.
Oh, thank you. How have you been?
Fine.
I guess Josie is sitting up by herself now.
Yes, she is.
I guess nothing has changed since our last chat?
Not much.
Marianne, is everything all right? I wonder if I've done something to offend or upset you. You're being very cold and standoffish.
You don't even know what you have done wrong, do you? It's just like David said it would be.
I'm not sure what you mean. What are you talking about? What am I supposed to have done? I have no idea. Please enlighten me.
He said you'd say that too. God, you are so predictable.
What? I really don't have a clue what you are talking about. And what has David said? If he said something, I want to know what it is. If something has happened, I need you to tell me.
You know exactly what I am talking about. Don't try to play the dumb innocent with me. It won't work.
I assure you, I am not playing dumb innocent. I genuinely have no idea what this is about. Please, Marianne.
I thought you were such an amazing mother-in-law at first. I really thought we'd get along fine. I trusted you. All the talk about not wanting history to repeat itself. All the talk about how you wanted to cherish our relationship. But you didn't trust me.
Of course I trust you. What is this all about?
You went behind my back. You deceived me. You betrayed me.
I don't know where you have gotten your information from. I have done nothing of the sort.
I don't know. I can't believe you're still trying to deny you did anything wrong. You are the worst mother-in-law. You aren't even a decent enough person to admit what you did.
Hold on a minute, Marianne. Would you please allow me to speak for a moment?
No! I don't need to hear anything you have to say for yourself. Leave us alone. Goodbye.
Wait, please! Marianne? I'm sorry to bother you while you're working, David. Do you think I can talk to you about something I have on my mind?
Hey, Mom, what's up?
It's about Marianne.
Marianne, what happened?
She's being really unfriendly towards me and saying strange things. I want to know what I've done to upset her. Ever since Josie was born, she hasn't let me see her even once. David, I wondered if you knew anything about this. Have you heard anything?
She never mentioned it to me, but I think I might have an idea what you're talking about.
Please tell me. I need to know what I've done to upset her.
Mom, you haven't done anything wrong. It's not about you.
So what is it then? I'm sure I must have said something or done something for Marianne to behave in this way.
You haven't, really. Look, since Josie was born, we've been rushed off our feet. I help out around the house and stop by the store for groceries after work, but there's a limit to how much I can do, right? I'm at work all day.
Do you think that she's got too much on her plate?
Her old lady's always poking her nose into everything, and I don't think that helps. She's a damn fussy creature and always meddling in every little thing. Do it like this, do it like that. She's so nitpicky about how to care for the baby and over-meticulous about housekeeping that it wears us all out. And Marianne is already tired of just taking care of Josie. I think she gets stressed having her old lady around.
What? Even though it's her own mother?
Yep.
I guess it builds up and there has to be a breaking point. Poor thing.
Yes, and she gets all wound up and anxious and agitated because of it. So relax, Mom. It ain't anything that you've done.
Really? I thought I'd done something to make her feel bad without realizing it. I've been so worried about it.
I told you, chill out, Mom. It ain't you. You know, the other day we took a trip to the park. I wanted to invite you along to spend some time with little Josie, but that darn old lady of hers is so annoying, so I thought you'd be better out of it.
I see.
So quit fretting, Mom. It ain't your doing. Trust me. I'll let Marian know how much you're looking forward to meeting Josie.
Okay, but don't worry, it's fine. Just give that little girl a hug from her grandma for me, will you? And tell Marianne to look after herself. That's a priority now.
God, I'm tired of all of this too. There's always such a bad atmosphere at home. Marian is always so tense and uptight about everything. Josie's always crying for her milk. I guess that's what it means to be a parent, right?
That's right, son. But I'm sure Marianne is doing her best to bring up your little Josie. And I guess you're out at work a lot too. But you keep working hard. You look after your little family. They're relying on you.
I know, Mom.
It's Marianne's first child. It's tough on a woman's body. You make sure you take good care of them.
I will, Mom. I'll talk to Marian. Don't you worry about a thing.
Okay, son. And if you're in any trouble whatsoever, if there's anything you need at all, you give me a call. Do you hear me?
I hear you, Mom. I'll send you some more photos.
I'm looking forward to it. See you later.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Oh, hi, Marianne. Are you okay? What's the matter? How's Josie?
Don't give me all that phony drivel making out you care. I know your game. You came to our apartment while I was away at the weekend. What were you doing there?
Excuse me?
Were you spying on me?
Spying?
Don't play dumb with me. I don't know what you are plotting, but it has to stop now.
Plotting? I'm confused. What happened?
I've been holding back for a while now and keeping my mouth shut. And you take my silence as a go-ahead to come and go as you please. How dare you enter our new place without permission?
New place?
You came in and rearranged everything. You left your things lying around. I'm not stupid. You have no right after all the things you said.
Did you move house, Marianne?
Quit playing dumb with me! You know we moved!
I'm sorry, Marianne. I have absolutely no idea what you are talking about. I didn't know you moved. And I have no idea where you have moved to. What is the meaning of all this?
Quit lying to me. You came here to check up on me. You wanted to see if I'm being a good wife and mother. You said all these bad things about me. You criticized the way I clean the house. You said I'm lazy and that I don't lift a finger in the kitchen. You said I get David to do all the housework. You run me down in front of David. You pick holes in my character. You cast doubt on my ability as a mother.
Marianne, wait. Slow down. You're talking in riddles I have no way of solving. What on earth is all this about?
I heard it all from David. You said I ain't no good because I make him do too much when he is so busy at work. You said I'm prioritizing my own parents. You told him you wanted a boy. You said any woman who gives birth to a girl ain't no use to this family. You're saying all that about me, right?
I promise you, Marianne, I've said nothing of the kind. I think you must have got the wrong end of the stick. I just told David he needs to support you. I told him he should take care of you. It's enough that you have given birth to a beautiful baby. I've told him that so many times.
That's a barefaced lie. You despise Josie because she ain't a boy. I'm not duty-bound to allow you or anyone who says bad things about my daughter to see her. So you can forget all about ever seeing her again.
I'm not sure where all this vitriol has come from, Marianne. And I sure as hell do not deserve it. But I know you must be going through a tough time. I don't despise Josie. For heaven's sake, she is my only granddaughter and I would love to see her, but you've kept me away for all this time. I've only ever seen her photographs. But my, she is so pretty, Marianne. She is a credit to you both. There is no way on God's beautiful earth that I would reject her. I would never say anything bad about her. I'm her grandmother, and I am desperate to hold her and spend time with her. That's all.
The whole reason for moving was to get away from you. We intended to have nothing more to do with you. How did you find out where we'd moved to? You have no right to come here after everything you said. I'll sue you for trespassing.
Hold on! I have no idea what you are talking about. As I told you before, I hadn't heard that you'd moved. I thought you were still living in Lexington Square.
Liar! I've had enough of this.
What's wrong with me? Why do you hate me this much? What did I do? Oh my! My dear Marianne, I was so pleased when you married David. I thought you would make him a wonderful wife.
You are so shallow. All words and no action. I don't need to hear this.
And since I had only ever given birth to boys, I was so delighted when Josie was born. I was bursting with happiness. I didn't care whether it was a boy or a girl or whatever. All that mattered to me was that she was healthy. And she's so pretty.
You can't pull the wool over my eyes with that kind of talk. Prove it to me. Prove to me that you didn't say all those things about me and I might believe you.
I don't have any proof.
There you have it. No proof is proof enough. All I know is that I can totally trust David. He would never lie to me. You can't both be telling the truth. So simple logic tells me it must be you who was lying.
I am not lying to you, Marianne. Please believe me when I tell you that. I have no reason to lie.
How can I believe that? You came to the house the day I went back to my parents' house. You came in and made yourself at home. You ate the food in our refrigerator. You drank David's beer. You moved the furniture. You even left your things behind. That's why I know. You stopped by to check up on me.
What did I leave behind?
Earrings! That darn expensive white gold necklace! That smell of damp perfume! You left your stinking trail all over! You ain't got no courtesy!
Are you saying that I entered your apartment on the day you went to your parents' house?
Yes! That is exactly what I am saying, and you can't deny it!
I am sorry, Marianne. I know you have your doubts about me. And to be honest, after what I just heard, I don't blame you. But I wonder if you could give me a little time. I need to do a little investigating. I know you think I'm lying, but just give me some time. There is something fishy going on here, and I need to look into it.
What are you talking about? Something fishy? Time to do what? Now it is you who isn't making any sense.
Marianne, listen to me. I would never betray you. I think of you as a daughter. I'm just asking you one tiny favor. I'd like you to put your trust in me. Just a little and just for a short time. Please.
If you ever try to deceive me, David or Josie, ever, then you will never see any of us again for the rest of your life. Do you understand?
I understand. This may be difficult for you, and I don't really want to ask, but would you please keep this a secret between us? I won't ever ask anything like this of you again. It's just this once. Please trust me. Please don't tell anybody about this conversation we had today. That's all I am asking of you.
Nobody? I can't even tell David?
Not even David. All I need is 10 days. Give me 10 days. Please, Marianne.
Okay. You have 10 days from today. Just this one time. And it doesn't mean I trust you. It just means I'm willing to have an open mind.
I know. I am so sorry, Marianne. Thank you. David, are you free to talk now? I've got something important to ask you.
What's up, Mom? Is it about Marion? Is it about what we were discussing the other day?
Yes, it's about Marianne. But there's something else, too. Something very important I need to say, and I want you to be truthful with your mom.
Hey, you know I always tell the truth.
I'm being serious now, son.
Sure.
You never told me that you moved.
Oh, you found out.
Yes.
Marion didn't want me to tell you, so I kept it quiet. Sorry. She's going through a bit of a rough time. She's a little unstable. I think motherhood is taking a toll on her mental health.
That's enough, David. Stop right there.
What do you mean?
I've had enough of the lies. I'm not stupid, you know. You can't take your old mom for a fool. That's enough.
What lies? I'm not lying.
It was cute when you were a kid, but it's getting out of hand now. Nobody wants to be friends with a liar.
I'll bet Marion has been telling you some stories, right? Damn, that woman is such a pain in the neck. She is mentally sick, I tell you. She's always whining and bleating about this and that and the other.
Put a sock in it now, David. Stop it. I know you too well to know that what you're saying is not true. We both know very well what has been going on.
What in God's name are you accusing me of?
You're blaming Marianne.
I ain't blaming her. It ain't her fault that she's going crazy. It's her damn hormones. They got her brain all messed up and then some.
David! Stop this whining now! I'm your mother. Listen to me. I talked to Marianne and she told me everything I need to know. Now it is clear for me to see what has been going on since little Josie came along. You told her that I was unhappy that she had given birth to a girl. You told her that I was mad because I wanted her to have a baby boy. You gave her a cock and bull story about how the family estate could only be left to a son. And then you lied to me to cover yourself from the other side. You told me that she was being pressured by her mother. That her mother was always nitpicking and finding fault with her housekeeping and parenting.
Did I say that? Damn, if I'm saying things like that, I must be overworked. I need a break.
Stop making excuses for yourself. You're not a little boy anymore. You have to grow up and take some responsibility for your actions.
I'm just saying that I don't remember every little thing that I said.
Stop it. I mean it. You have a duty to your family. To your wife and child and to me.
Why are you getting all head up so suddenly? You gotta understand what pressure I've been under. Listen, I'll explain the whole thing to Marion. She'll understand. I'll let you come and see Josie.
That won't be necessary now. You don't need to do anything. I finally got to meet Josie.
Come again? What did you just say? You got to meet Josie? What do you mean?
David, you told Marianne that I came to your house. But you didn't tell me that you had moved. I didn't even know where you lived. Please explain to me how I managed to go there.
That's strange. Didn't I tell you? I thought I told you that we moved. I was sure that I wrote the address down for you. Yeah, I know I did. Oh, damn you, Mom. You're getting forgetful in your old age.
You're digging your own grave, son.
What?
You just said earlier that she was stopping you from telling me you moved. Didn't you just say that? Didn't you?
I did. Wait, I did?
Yes, you did. It's written right here in the text history. David, are you trying to hide something? You are contradicting yourself left, right, and center. It's about time you come clean and told me the truth.
I don't know what you mean by the truth. Don't do this to me, Mom.
The person who came to the house wasn't me, was it? It was your bit on the side. I'm right, aren't I? You're having an affair behind that poor girl's back.
Me? Having an affair? You have got to be kidding me, Mom. I am not having an affair. How could I? I got a newborn baby. I got a wife to look after. I ain't got the time for having a fling with some floozy. Old lady, you gotta be out of your mind.
I was hoping I was wrong. I wanted to think I was mistaken. You said all those excuses. You said Marianne's mother was there. I hoped it was true. I wanted to believe you.
What are you bleating on about now, old lady?
It's funny how your furniture got moved around on the exact same day that Marianne went to stay over at her parents' house.
It was me that changed it around. I did it. While she was away, I cleaned up.
Why would you deliberately leave women's jewelry lying around the house? Why would you do that? Tell me, son.
What is this, the Spanish Inquisition?
I asked Marianne for 10 days to do some investigating. She granted it to me. Do you need me to tell you what I found out? All the time you were telling Marianne how busy you were at work, you were meeting that woman.
What woman? I wasn't seeing any woman. I was working late. We had a big job on that needed finishing. I got witnesses. You can call my boss if you don't believe me. He'll vouch for where I was. Show me your proof.
I didn't want to do this to my own son, and I feel bad about it. But for the sake of Marianne and Josie, I had to. I hired a private detective.
A private detective? For what?
Every weekend, like clockwork, when Marianne takes a trip out of the county to see her parents, she always stays over. Right? The detective saw you walking into your new place last weekend with a woman. I have clear photographic evidence.
You gotta be kidding me, right? You really had me followed by a PI?
It was the last resort. Marianne has been fraught with anxiety. I felt it was my duty as a good mother-in-law to allay her fears and find out what was going on.
Allay her fears? Her fears? What about me? You're my mother, not Marian's. A mother should believe her own child. Why'd you believe her instead of me?
I wanted to believe you at first. In fact, I have given you the benefit of the doubt for a long time. However, after listening to what Marianne had to say, certain things just didn't add up. I knew there was something fishy going on, and I just had to find out. I didn't want to have to do this, but there was no other way. Why did you have to go and have an affair, David? Why?
Who could blame me? Marianne has been on tenterhooks ever since she got pregnant. She's always stroppy and yelling at me. When Josie was born, it got worse. And it was all about the baby. Josie this, Josie that. I had to take a back seat in everything. That baby took over our house, our marriage, and our life.
Why did you keep me away from my granddaughter?
I didn't want you to say anything that would incriminate me. It would be awkward if we got divorced. She would come running to you for advice, and you would be at my throat in an instant.
It's a mother and father's place to keep their son in line.
So I spoke bad about you to her. I wanted as much distance between the two of you as I could possibly achieve.
I am ashamed of you. I never thought my own son would turn out like this. You are a disgrace to this family.
Surely Marianne should shoulder some of the blame. I come home from work worn to the gills every day. And all she does is bleat and whine about what a hard day she had, and then she dumps that baby on me. She gave birth to that little critter, so it's only natural for her to take care of it.
Shut up!
What? You're on Marianne's side?
I am, as a matter of fact. Marianne has all intentions of divorcing you.
What? What the deuce is she doing talking about divorce? She can't support herself with a kid in tow.
She can support herself very well on the alimony that you'll be paying her.
Alimony?
You'll also pay child support. You'll also pay off the loan on the house.
Just a minute, what are you getting at here?
It's your responsibility. From now on, your father and I intend to support Marianne and Josie. Josie is very important to us. She's our precious granddaughter.
There's no reason for me to pay then. If you're supporting her, you pay.
The money that you will pay Marianne and Josie is their right. And from now on, we do not consider you to be our son anymore. We are finished.
What? Wait. Why? I had my reasons.
Your reasons were just selfish, lame excuses. You had a very precious wife and child to care for. What were you thinking?
Don't make me out to be the bad guy. It's Marianne's fault. She's to blame too.
Marianne and Josie will be staying with us for a while. You'll bring the divorce papers and the money you owe her to this house immediately. Understood?
I can't, I'm broke. You'll have to pay instead.
Why on earth would I have to pay the debt of a stranger?
I'm not a stranger, I'm your son.
I just told you a few minutes ago that you are a stranger. Didn't you hear me?
I heard you. It was a joke, right?
Well, if you thought it was a joke, you must have a very happy head on your shoulders. It's no joke. I am deadly serious.
No.
The day you bring the money, don't forget to return your key. I'll have your things sent to you.
If I do that, I'll never be able to go home.
You're a stranger. We have no need for you here. Is there a problem?
There are a lot of problems.
Indeed there are. That's why I absolutely need you to bring the money.
Wait, help me. It doesn't have to be like this. Mom?
Marianne apologized to me and my husband for everything she had said and done. We are taking care of her and little Josie at our house for a while. David called the house to apologize on a number of occasions. We have no intention of restoring our relationship with him. Marianne is going through with the divorce. After a long discussion with her parents, we decided that we would like to continue our relationship with Marianne and Josie. We want to continue to support them as much as we can. From the moment I first held little Josie in my arms and looked into her deep blue eyes, it was like falling in love all over again. She has the longest, prettiest eyelashes and the most contagious smile. And when she laughs, our hearts all melt into one big squishy ball of love. And when I held her for that very first time, I promised myself that I would keep this child and her mother in my heart forevermore.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to leave a comment below. See you next time!
I think we discussed this a bit yesterday, but I wanted to run this by you again. I'm going through a lot right now. I'm going to stop by Dad's hospital at some point today to visit him. I guess he's not doing too well. I left some lunch in the fridge. Make sure to take it out and warm it up whenever you get hungry.
Got it. I'll make sure to do that. You don't really have to worry about me, you know? You've got a lot going on. I appreciate you very much, though. You do so much for me.
Sorry, I know I've been going to visit him often. I'm sorry I haven't been able to be with you at all.
Don't worry about it. I know your dad isn't doing that well. You need to be there for him as much as possible.
Yeah, he's not doing that great. It's hard seeing him like this. I keep picturing the dad I knew when I was growing up. His doctor has been saying that it's best to prepare ourselves mentally. They're not sure how long he'll last. They were saying that he's somewhat stable at the moment, but that could change at any moment.
Gosh, I don't want to hear that. In more than one way, really. I feel bad for him. He must be suffering. I know mentally he must be going through it too.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to describe it. It hurts because we can't do anything about it. As much as I want to, there's nothing that I can do.
Yeah, not being able to help out is really hard. I'm lucky that my parents are still healthy. Wasn't your dad saying that cancer runs in your family? I wonder if it runs in my family too. There's a chance that you might get cancer too at some point. Have you thought about that?
Come on, don't talk like that, especially with everything going on. Can't you tell that's rude?
Gosh, I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be insensitive or anything. It was just a joke. Don't take me so seriously. I'm just trying to brighten up your day.
What kind of joke is that? This is not the time to be joking around. Plus, there's nothing funny about something like that. You know my dad is literally on his deathbed. Just be careful what you say around me now.
Come on, calm down. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. You know I'd never want to hurt you. You've been so down in the dumps lately. I just wanted to cheer you up. I want to be here for you. But don't get all sensitive on me. We've had enough of that around here.
I'm not being all sensitive. I just don't think that you should joke around about a serious condition like cancer. You know that my dad is suffering so much now and how important he is to me.
Okay, I get it. I'm sorry. My parents are still doing surprisingly well. I'd feel better if something were to happen to them, actually.
What? What are you talking about? Why would you say something like that?
Well, because look at you now. You are always there with your father, at his side. You're doing the right thing for your father by being there with him. He needs as much support as possible now. So you'll be able to look after my parents. Best of both worlds.
It doesn't really work like that, you know? You need to be there for your parents when and if they get ill. My parents mean something very different to me than what your parents mean to me.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Wouldn't it be natural if you'd look after my parents too? They are your parents-in-law. They've been so caring and considerate of you over the years.
You do have a point, but it's still very different.
I can't believe you're refusing to take care of them. How can you be so heartless? That hurts. It really does.
What do you mean, heartless? I'm being no such thing. I never said I wouldn't do it. I just said that it would be a good idea if you took the initiative. You need to show that you love them. Isn't that your responsibility?
No way. There's no way I could do that. I'm not built like that at all. I'd have no idea what to do. There's so much that I wouldn't be able to do. You even work at the hospital. You have the experience someone needs to take care of sick people. It's your speciality.
Well, yeah, that's technically true, but...
Oh well, it's not like we have to think about this right now. My parents are thankfully still doing good. Don't just take any of this to heart. I was just throwing it out there.
Well, okay. I guess you're right. I need to keep an open mind as well.
So, you're gonna be late again tonight, right? I'll grab some takeout dinner again tonight. Not sure what I'm feeling like yet. You should stop by your parents' house and grab something to eat with your mother.
Where do you think you'll eat out tonight?
Not sure, but probably one of the usual places. Maybe that one bar we go to a lot. They have some really good burgers.
Yeah, that's right. That actually sounds really good now. Alrighty, well, I have a few things to take care of now. Hope you have a great night and enjoy your dinner. I'll try to get home as soon as possible, though. I'm exhausted.
Great. Don't worry about it too much. Just be safe.
Just make sure you don't drink too much. I know what happens when you have one too many.
Yes, I know. Hey, Deborah. Don't worry about dinner for me tonight. Something came up again, and I'll be home late.
How come? You need to stop doing this to me.
I think I might stop by my parents' place. My mom's been worried about all you're going through. I'll let her know things are okay. She said that you're doing your best considering the situation with your dad and all. And that maybe you should spend as much time at home while your dad is still alive. It sounds like a good idea to me. I mean, we have no idea when he's gonna kick it, right?
Wait a second. What did you just say? Are you freaking serious? Why would you say something like that?
Oh, crap. I didn't mean to say it like that. Like, that's not what I meant. I just meant to say until he's all better.
How does someone make a mistake like that? You need to be careful about what you say.
Oh, come on. I didn't even mean it like that. You know I didn't. Stop being so sensitive about everything. Not everything is an attack or meant to hurt you.
You better not let those words come out of your mouth again.
Geez, you don't have to get so angry, but I get it. I'm really sorry. Hey, do you think it'd be alright for me to stay with my folks for a little bit?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be alright? You never asked permission to go visit them before. What about all your stuff? Don't you need your clothes for work?
I can stop by and pick it up on the way. There shouldn't be too much I need anyway. Or I was thinking maybe I can just go straight to work from their house. I have some of my stuff there anyway. You're going through a lot right now, so it might be better to give you some space. You won't have to worry about or even cook for me at least for a little while. Don't you think that might do you a bit of good?
Well, I guess so. I never thought about that, but I guess we can try that out.
No, that's right. Why don't you go and spend some time with your folks too? Isn't the hospital close to their house anyway? Yeah, it's definitely closer. Plus, your mother will feel a lot better with you around. You can both use the support.
I guess you're right. Thanks for thinking about me. I can't relax too much, though. I still have to get to work. Wouldn't it be weird for both of us to leave our home and just leave it without anyone there?
No, what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure to lock the doors. Plus, in times like these, family is the most important thing. We should spend time with them as much as possible. I'm sorry I haven't been able to go visit your father that often either. Please, just let him know that he's in my thoughts and prayers. I think he'll appreciate that I'm thinking about him.
I'm sure he will too, but I don't know.
Alrighty, so let's do that. So for the next week, we'll both just go and stay with our folks. Are you on board with that?
I don't know if that'll work for me, actually. There's work I have to do from home, actually. I have to log in through my work computer.
Oh, okay. Then is it still okay if I go hang out with my parents?
Sure, that's fine with me. Go do your thing. You don't have to worry about me.
Alright, so let's go with that. I'm glad you're taking it so well. I'll grab my stuff from home, then head over to my parents afterwards.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't want to bother my parents or make them extra worried about anything, so don't worry about calling me while I'm there. Everything will work out the way it's supposed to. I'll do my own thing for now, and we'll see each other soon.
Okay, sounds good to me. Well, tell your parents I say hello and not to worry too much about me. I'm okay.
I definitely will. Leave that to me. They'll be glad to hear that. Hey, what you up to over there? It's been a few days since we talked.
Not much, just staying busy, trying to get through each day. How are you doing? Are you enjoying your time back home? How are your parents?
They're good, just doing the usual parent thing. It's great coming home sometimes. I don't have much to do around here.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you deserve a rest.
How's your father doing? Is he okay? How is he holding up?
Not great. He's still in the hospital and they're running some tests to try to figure out if there's anything else they can do.
Ah, that sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Thanks. I'm just really worried about him. I wish you could come with me to the hospital to visit him.
We already went over this. I don't really want to go to the hospital. It's just not my thing.
I know it's not your thing, but my dad is really important to me. He's been there for me my whole life, and I want you to be there for me now.
I understand that, but hospitals make me really uncomfortable. I just don't feel like I can do anything to help.
That's okay. You don't have to do anything. Just being there and showing support would mean a lot to me and to my dad.
I understand where you're coming from, but I just can't shake this feeling of helplessness. I don't want to go and just sit there feeling useless.
I understand how you feel, but it's not about what you can do. It's about being there for each other and supporting each other in times of need.
I know you see it that way, but for me, it's just really hard to be in a hospital. It brings back a lot of unpleasant memories from when my grandma was sick.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that hospitals were such a trigger for you. But my dad is still your father-in-law, and he's going through a tough time right now. Can't you just try to push through your discomfort for a little while to support him and me?
I don't know if I can. It's just a really tough thing for me.
I'm trying to go to the hospital as much as possible, but it's hard to juggle that and work. My mom's having a hard time with all of this. I know that mentally she's just exhausted. She's pushing herself so much. I don't want her to faint or anything from exhaustion.
Gosh, I bet she's doing more than she should. She's strong like that. But maybe she'd be better off that way.
What?
You know, it'll be hard for her to take care of everything by herself.
What the heck did you just say?
Uh...
Are you actually trying to say my mom would be better off dead too?
Well, no, that's definitely not what I meant to say. But don't you think it'd be better if she actually rested instead of running around and doing too much? Wouldn't that make you feel better if you didn't have to worry about her too?
You better watch what you say. You really need to think before you speak. Did we just talk about this the other day? I never want to hear those words like that coming from you again.
Come on. All I said before was that we got no idea whether he'll get better or not. I think that's a normal thought to have for anyone, really.
I'm sure you'd change your words if your parents were the ones that were sick. You think you'd be saying the same thing then?
I have no idea. I guess we'll never know unless that happens to my parents. I just don't want to see anyone suffering. But I think if my parents were sick, I'd hope they would suffer as little as possible.
You might feel that way, but I just can't. I would never want my parents gone, no matter what. Just please, never say anything like that to me again.
Okay, I got you. You've reminded me enough. I'm trying to work around your feelings and your schedule here, you know? You think it's okay to get mad at me?
What do you mean, work around my feelings? What's that supposed to mean? And I'm not trying to be cold or mean to you at all.
Whenever we're at home, all you do is talk about your father. It's like that is all you're focusing on. Everything just seems so heavy when we're there. Anyone in my position would want to run away for a little bit. Have you ever thought about how I'm feeling?
You're the one who decided you'd go back to your parents' house? Then you turn that around and pretend like it's my fault or something?
Honestly, I was getting a little tired of being in the same room with you. I was starting to go crazy. That's why I wanted to get out of there and visit my parents. I had to get out of there. You should understand at least that much without me having to say anything. I tried talking to you about it, but you wouldn't listen.
Why would you say that? Do you know what I'm going through now?
That's exactly what I'm referring to. I can't do this. I'm gonna be staying here for good now. Even if I do go back, you're just gonna spread your negativity around again. Always getting mad or annoyed at anything I say. I don't want to walk around on eggshells like that anymore. No one deserves that. Even in my own house, having to feel all tense all the time. I don't know how I put up with it for so long.
What? Wait a minute here. You know exactly what I've been going through with my dad. You said you understood and that you'd be there for me. Now you're telling me that you want nothing to do with me? None of this makes any sense.
Sorry, baby. It's permanent now. I'm ready for us to take a long break. Our discussion here just made me realize that I can't go back with you. Your father is either going to pass away or he's going to get better, and we both know that. Just because he's sick doesn't mean you can start treating your husband like crap. I put up with too much. There's no way I can go back to living with you. It's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing for us.
What are you talking about suddenly? You never once told me about this. Are you seriously saying this now? With everything that's going on with my father?
What don't you understand? I think I'm being transparent and clear about what I'm thinking. Anyway, I've got some things to take care of now. Gotta run. I'll talk to you again later.
Wait a minute. You better answer me. We're not done yet. Will! Will, my father just passed away a few hours ago. I can't believe he's gone.
Really?
What do you mean, really? I just told you my father died, and that's all you can say?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that you're going through this.
So you flipped your script and just apologize now? You sure can turn on a dime.
But we all knew that he didn't have long to live, right? What should I have said? Why do you always turn things around like this? I didn't do anything to try and hurt you.
Never mind. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm snapping at you like this. Tomorrow we're having the funeral. I really need you to come with me to my dad's funeral. I know you weren't close, but it would mean a lot to me to have you there by my side.
What? Tomorrow? No way. You can't just tell me something all of a sudden and expect me to go. Look, I'm sorry, I really am, but I can't just drop everything and go to the funeral. I have responsibilities at work.
What are you talking about? My dad just passed away. This is a family emergency. You have to come with me to the funeral. You know, when somebody passes away, it's generally thought of as all of a sudden. How can you find an excuse for everything that's going on?
Come on, you know that I have plans and obligations too. I know, and I'm sorry, but this meeting has been scheduled for weeks and it's with the boss. I can't just blow it off.
It's my father's funeral. I need you there with me. Any way you think about this, we all know your work will give you the day off. My dad's funeral is more important than a stupid meeting at work. Can't you see that?
Come on now, you don't know that at all. I've got a lot going on. You know how important my job is to me. I worked so hard to nail that interview. For all the work to go to waste just because your father passed away? No. I can't just take the day off. That's crazy. I can't just throw away my career because of it.
I can't believe you're saying this. My dad just died and you're worried about your stupid career?
Plus, I've got no idea how to act at a funeral. It's not like I go to a funeral every day. Your father and I weren't even at all that close. I'm sure he wouldn't notice if I didn't go. There will be so many other people there. I'll pay my respects at his grave at some point, okay? I'm sorry about your dad, I really am. But I have to think about my future too.
Are you being serious right now? I can't believe what I'm reading. How can you say something like that? Fine. If you're not going to come with me, then I'll go alone.
Of course, I'm serious. Who would joke about something like this? Don't be like that. I'm sorry I can't come with you, but it doesn't mean I don't care about you or your dad. Okay, so you gotta get this through your head. I'm done arguing about this. I will not take off from work tomorrow, okay? I need you to make up some excuse to tell your mom why I can't go. She probably wouldn't like me not going at all.
I don't understand at all, but I guess I don't really have a choice. I'll go to the funeral alone and try to deal with the loss of my dad without you by my side.
I'm sorry, I really am. I wish I could just be there with you, but I just can't. I know this is a difficult time for you with your dad passing away, but I've been thinking about the inheritance. Do you know what your dad had planned for it?
No, we never really talked about it. I just assumed that everything would be split evenly between my siblings and me. Why are you bringing that up all of a sudden?
Well, I was just wondering if there might be any potential investments or business opportunities that we can consider with the inheritance.
Are you seriously thinking about that right now? My dad just passed away and all you can think about is the money?
But we're the bereaved, of course. That's important. I think I deserve something for all the support I gave you. I'm part of the family, after all. We've been through a lot together, and I should get some type of recognition for that.
Didn't you just tell me that you weren't even that close to my father, and now all you want to do is talk about money? What is going on in that head of yours?
Oh, come on now. I know this is a hard time for you, but we have to think about the long term. I should be getting at least a little of the inheritance he left behind, right? I am your husband, after all. I'm just trying to be practical.
Practical? You're being completely selfish and insensitive. My dad just passed away and all you can think about is what you're going to get out of it.
That's not fair. I'm just trying to be realistic.
Realistic? You're being completely unrealistic. This is my dad we're talking about. He's been there for me my whole life and now he's dead. You are ridiculous, and all you can think about is yourself. You're making me sick.
Oh, well, sorry if I'm just trying to figure out the best for us. But there are a few things I'd like to do with the money he leaves us, you know? Let's talk about it in more detail later then.
Anything to do with his money is not something we'll ever talk about again. I can't believe that you, who won't even go to his funeral, are talking about something like this.
You expect me to listen to you when you're feeling all sorry for yourself? But you won't even take a second to listen to me?
What you're saying is not appropriate in the least. My father died today, and all you can talk about is money. You're completely unbelievable.
What? What did I do wrong? I'm just being prepared. I just want us to be able to have a secure future together. I can't pause when I'm sad. I have to keep going. If I can get something, I'm gonna get it.
I wouldn't give you a penny if you asked. You want money so bad, you should go out and earn it.
You shut your mouth. I'm gonna make sure of those words. You better answer me. Do not ignore me. You're home already, right? Still ignoring me?
What if I'm back home? What's it to you?
You haven't checked on top of the table, have you? I left something for you.
On a table? Do you mean the divorce papers that you tossed there? Oh, no, don't worry. I saw those.
You saw them and you didn't say anything? I guess that's to be expected from someone like you. You better move your stuff out after you file the paperwork.
Sorry if you're just figuring this out, but we've already been divorced for a few weeks.
What are you talking about? Your father's death must have made you crazier than before. How did you fill everything out and file the paper before I even served them to you?
You're an idiot. But sure, I'll play along. Yes, I filed them.
Man, you're good. Thanks for taking the initiative. You pushed me out of your life. You're the one that actually caused our breakup. I expect you to pay me alimony.
Are you joking? Alimony? Me pay you? I knew you were a piece of work, but I didn't suspect you'd go this low.
That's right. What's wrong with wanting what I rightfully deserve? If you say that your father didn't leave me anything in his will, the least you can do is divide all of our assets equally. That's the least you owe me. I'm thinking around $100,000. You can pay me in monthly installments if you like. No big deal, right?
You do understand that if anyone deserves alimony, it's going to be me, right? You have to pay alimony, not me. Understand?
What makes you think that I'd have to pay you? That's ridiculous.
You think you're pretty sly, don't you? You're going to have to pay me because it was you that caused our relationship to end. You cheated on me. Why else would I be saying this?
Me? Cheat on you? How dare you accuse me of such a thing? Where did you get such a crazy idea? What makes you so sure of yourself? Don't just make things up because you're bitter. What proof do you have? None. That's right.
Oh, okay. Well, I do have this picture of you. Want to have a look? I wonder who this girl is that's with you.
What the hell is this? Where did you get this from?
It's a picture of you cheating on me with another girl.
That's not what I meant. Why do you have this? Where did you get this?
Because I did my research, and I'm not as stupid as you think. You've always underestimated me. How else would I know? Are there any other ways that I would know? Maybe the picture magically appeared in my phone. Use your brain, Will.
You had someone following me? Why?
The day you supposedly went back to your parents' house, your mother happened to call me that same day. Must have been a coincidence. She wanted to come visit, and she was worried about me and about everything going on.
What? There's no way she called you like that.
So I asked her if you were causing her any trouble at the house. She had no clue what I was talking about. She thought I was making it up at first.
Wait, just let me explain for a second, okay?
How weird that your story didn't match up with hers. Maybe you should have checked with them first before involving them in your lie.
Why would you go out of your way to do that? You worry about other people too much.
It's not like I reached out to your mother. She's the one that called me. She was very understanding about my situation, though, and understood why I was confused about what you told me. We had no idea why you didn't actually go back to your parents. Plus, you were acting all weird lately, so I hired a detective agency to follow you around.
A detective agency? You had me followed? How dare you?
They told me that you were having all sorts of fun staying at a hotel with some chick. Sounds like you used up all of your sick days just to hang out with her. How classy.
How the hell did you know that?
Well, it's because I gave your work a call. They were pretty confused about this whole thing, too.
What the hell? Why would you do something like that?
Well, the detective was giving me so much information. He said that you didn't even go to work. You just go to that girl's house every day. So I was worried that your boss didn't know where you were, so I decided to call them. They told me that you had taken the week off for my father's funeral.
Why would you do something to embarrass me like this? Calling my work? This is none of your business. How crazy do you have to be to actually call my work?
I wonder what's more embarrassing, trying to take my father's money after he died, or trying to take the money to go and have fun with your girlfriend.
So what if that's what I wanted to do? There's nothing wrong with being honest. What's wrong with trying to get what's mine? What is wrong with you? Why do you always ruin everything?
Me? Always ruining everything? How do you always turn things around like this? What exactly do you think I did wrong? I'd like to see what's happening in that little head of yours.
You were never there for me. You only cared about your father, never for me.
And what's wrong with caring about my father? Taking care of your parents is pretty important, don't you think? Plus, you're the piece of crap going around cheating.
What did you just call me?
That's right. You're a piece of garbage. Since we've been divorced, I've been having the time of my life. I appreciate life now so much more without you. Maybe you've forgotten already that this isn't the first time you've cheated on me?
Well...
I thought that I was to blame when you did that the first time. You came to me crying and apologizing, promising to never hurt me again. I accepted your apology with one condition. Do you remember our conversation? That you'd never cheat on me again? We even signed the divorce papers then, remember? I wasn't going to do anything unless you broke your promise.
You think I remember all those little fights we had?
I see. I guess it wasn't really that important to you. Anyway, so I went and filed the papers that we had signed before, not the ones you left on the table.
But I was thinking that if you felt bad about how you were treating me, we'd be able to work things out.
What are you talking about?
I only cheated on you because of how you were treating me. I've told you so many times how that was making me feel. I didn't really want to separate or anything. I didn't think it would escalate to this.
Is that right? So, not getting any money from my father and having to pay alimony? That's not why you're changing your mind, is it? Trying to back yourself out of the corner you're in?
No way. I don't think like that.
Well, that's too bad, isn't it? I have no interest in trying to make things work with a person like you. You don't deserve me, and I deserve way more than what you can offer. In the 1,000,001 chance that you have for me to forgive you, there is 0 possibility that you'd get anything from my father's estate.
Why would you even say that? His estate should go to all of his family.
Gosh, you're such an idiot. You're really going to try argue for this again? In-laws have 0 claim to an inheritance, so maybe you'll just have to work for your living after all, just like every other person out there. Poor baby.
Come on. I wasn't serious about the other chick, I swear. We were just messing around. She means nothing to me. I was just lonely. I'll do anything to have you back, anything. You know how much you mean to me. Come on, let's figure this out, please.
Your apology has no weight in this relationship. Let's just go our own ways and you can pay me the alimony you owe me. I'd like nothing better than to never see you again.
Oh, wait a sec, baby. Do you see how regretful I am? I even have tears in my eyes. How could you be so cold?
Right back at you. I'll never forget all the awful things you said to me about my parents or your transparent greed.
No, it was just the way that I was framing my words. You know what I really meant to say.
Whatever. So, I've already explained to your parents that we're no longer together. They came to my father's funeral, unlike you. They're good people.
Why the hell would they go to your father's funeral?
Because it's the right thing to do, especially when you're family. I showed them all of the evidence about you cheating too, and explained how it wasn't the first time you did this to me. I told them that I couldn't ever forgive you for what you did, and they agreed that I should leave you.
Why would you do something so selfish? Why'd you do something to cause my parents to worry about me?
Don't blame other people for the damage you caused. You started all of this. I just explained to them the truth of what's going on about our divorce, or to rephrase, how we ended up divorced.
You're a piece of work. Why would you go out of your way to do all of this?
Maybe you don't remember this too, but you told me I should go confide in your parents if you ever cheated on me again. And that's exactly what I did, just like we agreed upon.
But why would you go to them without me?
You know, your father would have beat the crap out of you if you were there. Did you want that instead?
Well, no, but...
Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, but I sent all those pictures to your work, and your girlfriend's work too. No issue with that either, right?
You piece of... What the hell are you thinking?
But you had lied about where you were at to your work too, so I thought they deserved to know the truth. Remember, I said I wouldn't forgive you for what you did.
You must be joking. Why are you doing this to me?
It's you that started all this. I'm just following through. At least you'll be able to be with your side chick from now on. That's a positive.
No way, that's not what I want. I was just having some fun on the side. I just wanted some attention from you.
Wanting attention by cheating on me? That's what you're explaining to me?
Yes, well, that's not what I said. Come on, let's make this work. Wouldn't it be easier just to go back to normal?
Easier? What do you mean by that? You expected me to do all the housework by myself, even though I was making way more money than you ever did? Actually, not having to clean up after you makes my life that much easier.
But come on, I miss you already. Let's please figure this out. I'll do anything.
So, you take your stuff and go live with your chick. It'll be better that way. I bet that won't work out either, though. If you contact me again, I will report you to the police. Have a great life.
Is this really happening?
I threw out all of Will's belongings that he had left in the house we were living in together and decided to move back in with my mom, at least temporarily. I had to take some time off work for a little bit, but it's for the best. My mother was a little worried about me after all I went through. Meanwhile, Will was forced to pay alimony month after month. The girlfriend resigned in embarrassment after her boss saw those naughty pictures. Will was transferred to another location in his company, someplace unwanted workers get transferred to before they eventually are let go, apparently. I'm guessing that he'll be quitting his job pretty soon. My mother and I both grieved my late father, but always with a smile, remembering what he meant to us and all the good times we had together. I'll be okay. This situation really made me appreciate family and the bonds we have. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. See you next time!
Hi, Elizabeth. I heard from my son. He told me your father passed away.
Hi, Angela. That's right. He passed away so peacefully last night when all the family members were there for him by his bedside.
I see. That's such a relief. It might even be a blessing.
I'm sorry? What kind of blessing are you talking about?
I heard battling cancer is so painful and distressing. Wouldn't it be a blessing if he passed away without going through painful treatment? It may be difficult for you, but there are times when you might wonder if it would be better if a loved one were to pass away quickly rather than to go through a prolonged period of suffering due to a serious illness. In this case, your father was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, a notoriously difficult disease to treat. And the idea of going through chemotherapy, surgery, and hospitalization may seem overwhelming and unbearable. I had a cousin who was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. Thyroid cancer is known for its good prognosis, but cancer was cancer after all. She didn't end up dying. She's doing rather fine, but she still had to go through a series of chemotherapy and hospitalization to get better. Now it's been years since she was diagnosed with cancer, but she still needs to get checked out and see her doctor on a regular basis. Seeing her going through such a painful time was stressful for me even. Not to mention family members, especially your mother. Your mother would have been the primary caregiver to your father, right? Dealing with a serious illness like cancer can be a very difficult and stressful experience, not just for the patient, but also for her. She'd be responsible for managing appointments, medications, and other aspects of your father. The physical, emotional, and financial toll can be overwhelming for the entire family. In particular, caring for a cancer patient can be a full-time job that requires a lot of time, energy, and resources. It's unfortunate that your father had only 1 month left, but on the bright side, it may be good for all of you. While that might be true, my family still have so much sorrow for letting my father go so suddenly. My mom was not emotionally prepared, and she's struggling a lot after suddenly losing my dad. She'd prepared herself for the difficulty of caregiving, and she hoped that she could take care of him even if it meant she'd have a hard time herself, just so that my dad could live any longer. They were known for being lovebirds. My mom is going through a great sense of loss after my dad's sudden death, as he was a good friend to her all of her life. As people age, they tend to develop a greater sense of acceptance when it comes to life and death. However, it seems that your mother has yet to fully come to terms with the loss of your father. I guess she's still so innocent, isn't she? And lovebirds, it's pretty uncommon for older couples to still act like lovebirds when they're no longer young. The common reality of our age is to kick husbands out of the room because wives don't want to be bothered by their husbands. I find it pretty funny that your mother is still so smitten with the man who's past the age of 60 and even has grandchildren. What do you mean she's so smitten with the man? She was close to her husband, not some strange guy on the street. Is that something appropriate to say to your in-law who just lost her husband? It's more surprising to me that you can casually utter such vulgar words at your age. I feel quite uncomfortable listening to your words. Do you think it's okay to criticize a happy couple just because you're having trouble in your own marriage? Jeez, look at you attacking me for talking about your mother. I feel so sad for not having a daughter. It can be very awkward for me when you react so strongly to something I said without bad intentions. Don't worry too much about the careless words of an old lady and just focus on sending your father off peacefully. You must be going through a difficult time after losing your father, and I apologize for giving you hard times on top of what you've already gone through. Okay, I'll get going now to get ready for the funeral. Wait a second, Elizabeth. I understand that what I'm about to ask might make you feel uncomfortable, but you know I'm the type of person who can't keep it to myself when I'm curious about something. Since your father worked at the bank for his entire life, I assume he received a substantial retirement package and also left behind a considerable inheritance, am I correct? I know that bank employees get the best retirement package. Why do you need to know that when someone passed away? Do you think it's appropriate or necessary to ask about how much money the deceased left behind before his funeral? I'm asking for the sake of you and your husband. You guys still live in an old apartment, not even a small townhouse. Don't you think inheriting a significant sum of money could potentially allow you to move into a nicer home near Marie's school? Marie won't have to spend more than an hour only to commute if you could move to near her school. Your father left at least $5 million, didn't he? He likely left at least that much, if not more, since he was interested in investing. Is that so? Thank you for letting me know. I'll take good care of Marie, so don't worry about anything. Please focus on your father's funeral. Hello, I'm a housewife with a 9-year-old daughter and have been married for 10 years. While my husband is nothing like his mother, my mother-in-law, who's in her mid-60s, doesn't seem to have a good sense of financial management compared to other women of her age. Despite her husband working hard and providing his entire paycheck for the family all his life, she spends money on something not necessary and invaluable as soon as she gets it. And she and her poor husband still struggle to pay rent at their age. Their relationship has also been poor due to her bad habit of spending everything she has, which ultimately led her credit card debts to pile up. After her husband retired and started working as a security guard, she claims that their income had decreased, and she started asking my husband to lend her money. She started calling me every few days to inquire about various things about my father's situation after he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer a month ago. Although it made me uncomfortable at the time, I didn't say anything since it wasn't a big deal. But now, just a day after my father passed away, she contacted me again, mentioning his inheritance. It was frustrating to receive such a message when I was still grieving. I was pretty upset and she contacted me again only a few days later before my disappointment went away.
How's it going with your father's inheritance? What process do you have to go through?
I had to see the lawyer and have conversations with my mom and brothers. My father left a clear will about how to deal with his assets, so there was no problem following his instructions. The funeral went well and his articles were taken care of as well.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. The inheritance must have been deposited into your account, right? How much did you receive? You know what? I'll head to your home right now. I'll take a look myself and take money immediately.
What do you mean? Why would you take a look at my account and take money from it?
Look at you. You're acting like you're not part of our family. That means I've just as much of a right to that money as you do. When you were young and received pocket money from relatives, didn't you give it to your mother? Isn't it the same thing? I'm just offering to handle things for you since you're busy with work, household chores, and childcare. What's wrong with that? You should rather be grateful to me. What's with this attitude?
I'm not a 6-year-old anymore. Why are you comparing it to my childhood?
To a parent, children always seem to be little kids. You guys seem to be little kids who don't have any idea what's going on to me. So it worries me to let you have that kind of big money. So here I am. I'm gonna manage your money on behalf of you for your sake. Why would you find it unpleasant?
You seem to be worrying unnecessarily. There's nothing that I couldn't handle, and it would be better if you didn't get involved with the inheritance anymore. It's my family's money, so it has nothing to do with you. Please stop talking about it.
Why are you being so immature? If it's your asset, it means it also belongs to my family, which means it's mine. Don't you get that? Don't you understand? Everything you have belongs to my family as long as you're married to my son.
I'd expect that way of thinking out of a middle schooler, not someone your age. I'm not your slave who was sold to you. Every little thing I have belongs to me and you're not entitled to anything, not even a penny of it. It's ridiculous you're saying a load of crap as if it's the truth. You make me speechless.
How is that a load of crap? Doesn't your daughter have my family's last name? Her name is Marie Atkinson, not Marie Rhodes. Even your name is Elizabeth Atkinson. That means you belong to my family, and that doesn't change even after you're dead. This all comes back to the fact that everything you have belongs to my family and ultimately me. How many more times should I repeat myself? Why can't you understand what I'm saying when you're still so young?
Why can't you understand what I'm saying? You're not even at an age where you can't understand what others are saying. I've told you so many times that the money my father gave me is mine. It may belong to my husband if I decide to be generous, but never to you. Why does a complete stranger like you covet the money that my father worked so hard for his entire life? I know you like money, but you can't just take someone else's like a thief. I'm not stupid enough to just stand by and watch you take my money. There's no point in wasting any more time on this absurd conversation, so I'll excuse myself now.
No, wait, hold on, Elizabeth. Okay, fine, I understand. If you say you don't want me to manage your assets, that's fine. I have no other choice but to agree with you as an older person. Then, how about you just lend me about $50,000? I'll never bring up your inheritance ever again if you can do that for me. I'll make sure to repay you, but I can't offer interest. Be generous and lend me your money for no interest. Oh, don't tell my husband that I asked.
Why would you need such a large amount of money? What are you going to do with it? You don't need to know that. It's none of your business why and how I'm gonna spend the money. All you need to do is let me borrow your money. Can you do that for me?
No, I can't. You're right, that is none of my business how you're gonna spend your money. But this is my money we're talking about. You're asking to borrow money from me for a large amount, and I need to know why you need it. I'll pretend as if your request never happened if you don't want to talk to me. I'll get going.
Hold on, not so fast. I was going to tell you, darling. Promise you're gonna send me $50,000 if I tell you what's going on.
Let me hear it.
I bought a car, actually. I got a Lexus ES.
A Lexus ES? Why would you need a car, especially a luxurious one? Did you have such a large amount of money to afford a Lexus ES?
No. How in the world would I have such a large amount of money? I borrowed from a loan shark. That's why I'm asking to borrow your money. Their interest was so high, but I thought I'd be able to pay them back in time. But now I'm not sure if I could even be able to pay the principal. What am I gonna do now? They're threatening me to pay at least the interest. Otherwise, they're gonna barge into my house and get their money in person. Then my husband will realize what's going on, but I can't let that happen. He can't know about it because he's gonna kick me out of the house for real. So please, I'm begging you to send me the money so I can pay them. They gave me 3 days to pay them, and I need to pay $5,000 just for the interest.
What was that again? You borrowed from a loan shark? I'm sorry to say this, but are you out of your damn mind? How could you even think of taking out a loan from a loan shark at that age without being afraid? Do you have the ability to repay it, or are you prone to such reckless behavior?
Watch your mouth! How can you be so rude when talking to your mother-in-law? Even if you feel I'm a joke, I'm the mother who gave birth to your husband. How can you make me feel so foolish? Do you think I took out a loan from a loan shark without any plans? And is it normal for you to receive $5 million in inheritance from your father, but not be able to give even a tenth of it to your mother-in-law? Don't you know the law of the tithe, where you give a tenth of your income to God? If you had money, couldn't you use it to help your mother-in-law? I didn't even ask for a gift. I asked to borrow it and promised to repay it. But you couldn't even do that and treat your mother-in-law like an idiot. Is this how your mother taught you to treat your mother-in-law? Don't you know that your parents will be blamed for your rude behavior?
So you were planning to take my father's assets and make them your own from the beginning, even when I had no intention of doing so. Angela, it's called theft to take something that doesn't belong to you, which you're trying to do right now. It's my money, but somehow you thought it was yours and planned to take it and fearlessly bought an expensive car? Why should I give you a tenth of my money when all you try to do is take money from me instead of giving it to me? It's wrong to insist that I should give money to you. If someone who is not God tries to receive treatment as if they were God, God becomes angry and punishes them. Haven't you heard of blasphemy?
What did you say?
I'm telling you, I have no money to pay for your loan from the loan shark, so you should cancel your car immediately.
What cancellation are you talking about? I've been driving it for a month. There's no way I can return or cancel the car. The only way is to sell it on the used car market. But it'll cause me so much loss if I do that. How come you're not aware of that when you're a young folk? I knew you were not smart enough, but you're so pathetic.
Did you say you bought the car a month ago?
Yes, that's right. I bought the car as soon as I heard the news of your father being diagnosed with terminal pancreatic cancer. I bought it in advance because I was certain that the inheritance would eventually come. Frankly, it was a bit surprising that it took a month for him to die because cancer patients with terminal pancreatic cancer could die within a few days. If he had died a little earlier, I would have received the inheritance sooner and wouldn't have had to deal with debt collection.
Are you saying you were hoping for my father's assets and were waiting for him to pass away? That's really the worst. It's just so disgusting. You have aged so ungracefully and ugly. You don't know how to earn a single penny, but you're so good at spending it. And in the end, you're just an old lady who covets other people's money.
What the hell? How dare you say such words to my face? Don't you know how to respect your mother-in-law? Don't you think it's only right for you to share that glory with me if you've received a lot of money for free? All of my friends drive spacious cars, and I'm the only one to drive a compact one. Doesn't that break your heart? They brag about how their son and daughter-in-law buy them nice cars and clothes, but I have nothing to say. Is it so wrong for me to ask you to fulfill your duty as my daughter-in-law this time when you have an opportunity?
What's wrong with the Civic? I also drive a Corolla to commute, and the car is just an instrument to commute. It's nothing more than that. But you spent $50,000 just to show off to your friends? Do you think that makes sense?
The car is $40,000. I spent the rest of the $10,000 to buy luxury goods including bags, coats, and shoes. So what I'm saying is it's not wrong to want to wear and carry luxurious things where I'm still young enough to enjoy them, because no matter how nice the goods are, they lose their luster as I get older. As a fellow woman, you should understand what I'm talking about.
No, I don't understand what you're talking about at all. My mom is financially much more comfortable than you, yet she has never bought a luxury bag in her life. But why do you need a $40,000 car and luxury bags and coats when you still rent a small apartment? I don't understand why a housewife needs such expensive things.
Wow, I've lived too long. I never knew I'd be insulted by my own daughter-in-law for being poor. How dare you lash out at me like that when I'm the one who gave birth to your husband? Do you think he won't mind your snake-like wicked words towards me when he finds out about it?
He's right next to me right now, reading through these texts with me. He's apologizing profusely for having a foolish and inadequate mother. He's apologizing on your behalf for causing trouble with money and being covetous towards her in-laws' assets. Aren't you embarrassed and apologetic that all you can bring to your son is shame and humiliation instead of honor and dignity as a mother?
What did you say? Are you sure he said those things? That's unbelievable. That's why people say they don't need sons. They say a smart son belongs to the country. A son who makes a lot of money belongs to the mother-in-law. And only a poor son belongs to his own mother. How dare you treat me like a beggar just for a mere $50,000 when you inherited a fortune of $5 million? How much regret and sorrow will you feel, and how much will you cry and repent after I die? It's so shameful.
I've never received a $5 million inheritance. I gave up my share of the inheritance so that my mom could receive all of my father's inheritance. My mom is only 60 years old, and I think she will easily live for another 30 years. My father's inheritance was something that my parents had saved up their entire lives, so it's appropriate for my mom to manage it. If she spends it all and there's something left over by the time she passes away, then I plan to inherit it.
Is that true? How could your mother not give you a single penny if you gave up your share of the inheritance? Your mother must be very greedy. Did she go crazy over getting such a large sum of money all by herself? What's the point of keeping the money in the bank for such a low interest rate? If she has money, she should spend it on her child. That's what being a parent means, isn't it?
I don't want to hear such words from you when you haven't contributed anything to me and my husband as his mother. I'll achieve everything through my own efforts and hard work, and I won't engage in any behavior like coveting my in-laws' money and trying to steal it to buy luxury goods.
Then how am I supposed to pay back the loan that I borrowed? It all happened because of you guys, so you should pay for it. I'm sure you have some money saved up since both of you are working. If it's not enough to cover the whole $50,000, at least pay for the interest of $5,000 for now. There are only 3 days left.
Why should we exhaust the hard-earned money we saved penny by penny to pay off your debt? We don't have any spare money to give you, so you should take care of your own problems. Oh, and don't even think about asking for favors from my husband. I handle all the finances in our household, and my rights to our household finance are absolute. My husband wouldn't give you anything anyway, even if you beg him to give you money, because he's fed up with you.
What the hell did you say? You're the worst, aren't you?
The same goes for you. I assume that there's nothing more to say, so I will excuse myself now. After what happened, my mother-in-law repeatedly asked my husband for money, but he firmly refused. She couldn't repay her loan eventually and had to confess to her husband and ask for help. Tired of his wife's extravagance and vanity, my father-in-law immediately declared divorce, but she refused to agree to it, so they're currently separated. She eventually gave up her pride and started working in a restaurant kitchen, being unable to even receive living expenses from her husband and chased by loan sharks. However, despite being a full-time housewife all her life, she didn't have good skills and was quickly fired, and she's now wandering from place to place. It's pathetic and sad to think that if she'd saved and made a living with what her husband provided, she could have had a carefree retirement by now. Now that she's rejected by her husband and son, I hope she'll regain her senses and repay her debts in an orderly manner while living a faithful life. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe for more videos.